What's up, friends, and welcome to a new video here on the official MTG Arena YouTube channel. My name is Ashlizzlle, and today we're playing with some super cool new cards from Bloomburrow Alchemy, and I am choosing to leap my way to the top here with Simic Frogs. So one of the more exciting things about Alchemy at this moment is that the format has rotated just like Standard has, but Alchemy is on a 2-year rotation, whereas Standard is on a 3-year rotation, which means that currently in Alchemy, Wilds of Eldraine, Lost Caverns of Ixalan, Murders at Karlov Manor, Outlaws of Thunder Junction, and Bloomburrow are legal. And this presents some really cool and exciting deck building challenges. Now, one of the greatest things about Simic Frog, which is the deck that we'll be playing today, is that this deck super benefits from the 2-year rotation, because we're basically playing with exclusively Bloomburrow cards. The only thing we're really missing out on is the pain lands. They have rotated, but we still have the fast lands from Thunder Junction, and we still have the Captivating Crossroads from Alchemy 24. So outside of that, it's all Bloomburrow cards, and it works together so nicely. So that really puts this deck in a great position at the moment in the Alchemy meta. So let's have a look at the cards that we're working with now. Okay, so let's start off strong here by having a look at the new Mythic Frog that came out of Bloomburrow Alchemy, which is none other than the Leaf Leap Guide. This is a 2-mana 1/1 Frog Scout with Vigilance, and whenever another creature you control enters Leaf Leap Guide, and that creature perpetually get +1/+1, and you can also pay 1 mana and tap it to return another target creature you control to its owner's hand. And this card is so good in this deck because it does exactly everything you want to do. Not only does it grow super large, which is exactly what we're trying to do in this frog deck, but it also is a way to bounce a creature back into your hand. That's kind of the theme that the frogs have going for them. Super flavorful, you want to bounce and blink creatures, you're kind of leaping around. It's super cute, but it's also very strong. And that's especially where the perpetual effect becomes super relevant, because if I am blinking something, or if I'm putting something back into my hand, if these were regular 1/1 counters, they would just go away. But the perpetual effect here, for that reason, is super strong, because perpetual effects are not removed from cards that change zones. So if I use something like Splash Portal, which is 4 copies in here, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. If that creature is a bird, frog, otter, or rat, draw a card. The perpetual 1/1 counters on there, or the perpetual +1/+1 effect, I should say, just sticks around, which is just awesome. And that's super nice with all these frogs that we have that care about being blinked. So something like Pond Prophet, for instance, which is a 2-mana 1/1, when it enters, draw a card. Or the Sunshower Druid, a 1-mana 0/2, but when it enters, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature and you gain 1 life. These cards are kind of our a blink/bounce payoff cards. Doorport Mage is another way to enable that, and is also simultaneously payoff as well, because whenever 1 or more creatures you control leave the battlefield without dying, you get to draw a card. But you can also use its activated ability to return another target creature you control to its owner's hand as well. Now, with all these fantastic, enablers for the strategy, we have to talk about our payoff. And obviously Leaf Leap Guide is that, but we have these super powerful 1-drops over here, especially Valley Mightcaller. This is a 1-mana 1/1 Frog Warrior with Trample. Whenever another frog, rabbit, raccoon, or squirrel you control enters, you put a 1/1 counter on the Valley Mightcaller. This is probably the strongest turn 1 play in the whole deck, because this grows just super big, especially because you have so many cheap frogs in here, and before you know it, this thing just wins you the game. The Mistbreath Elder is another fantastic 1-drop in here. It's a 1-mana 2/2. At the beginning of your upkeep, you return another creature you control to its owner's hand. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on the Mistbreath Elder. Otherwise, you may return Mistbreath Elder to its owner's hand. So not only does the Mistbreath Elder grow, which is exactly what we want, we want big frogs, it also once again enables that bounce and blink strategy that we're looking for. So with these 2 1-drops, they're great, but you know what? We could have more of them, and that's exactly why Mockingbird is in here. Our 1/1 Bird Bard from Bloomburrow with X blue mana cost and flying, and you may have the Mockingbird enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast Mockingbird, except it's a bird in addition to its other types, and it has flying. So Mockingbird is basically an extra copy of Valley Mightcaller, an extra copy of Mistbreath Elder, or an extra copy of Leaf Leap Guide. Can you imagine a Leaf Leap Guide with flying? Because that is so strong. That's exactly what Mockingbird is doing for us. It's just great. So another card we're playing here is Clement, the Warrior Word. This is a 3-mana 3/3 legendary creature frog druid with Vigilance. And when it enters, or another creature you control enters, you return up to 1 target creature you control with lesser mana value to its owner's hand. And frogs you control have tap, add green or blue, and spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. So it's another great way to like pick up a frog, but you can also use your like other froggies to like put more frogs in play. Every time you put more frogs in play, your creature should grow. And that's kind of like the theme of the deck. It's super aggressive and just creates massive creatures. That's also why I have a few copies of Hunter's Talent in here. I mean, removal is good, we all know this, but I also really like the level 2 of the Hunter's Talent, which says whenever you attack, target attacking creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample until the end of turn, which just is really nice with the Leaf Leap Guide, because this card has Vigilance, but it's kind of like lacking trample. That's where like the Valley Mightcaller really shines, because it already has trample on it. But if the Mistbreath Elder like also grows large, it doesn't have trample either. So Hunter's Talent can kind of solve that problem, and Mockingbird solves that completely as well, because it just give one of these like cards flying basically. So, but having access to a little bit of trample is really nice in a deck like this. And then we also still have Polywallop as our removal. This is a 4 mana instant, but it does cost 1 less to cast for each frog you control, and target creature you control deals damage equal to twice its power the target creature you do not control. That's kind of like what we're looking at here. We have the like, it's super aggressive. It's all about like these 1-drop frogs that grow super large. And now the new Leaf Leap Guide that's just really, really strong. And yeah, I would literally say that this deck is almost more aggressive than red aggro decks, which sounds crazy. But just wait till we get into the gameplay that you're about to watch and you will see it for yourself. Before we get into that, let's give a huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for allowing me to make another video for you guys. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to the official MTG Arena YouTube channel. There's a bunch of other fantastic creators on here that make a bunch of really great videos on multiple formats. So definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. And if you want to see more of my own content, you can check that out over on youtube.com/Ashlizzle, where I post daily MTG Arena brews. And with all of that being said, it's time to leap to the top, and I will now show you the power of Simic Frogs in Alchemy. All right. I mean, we have the Valley Mightcaller. We have the new Mythic Frog. All right, we're keeping this. This is it, my friends. Start off strong here with the Valley Mightcaller. This card is so good. This is really like the card that makes the frogs like as powerful as they are, you know? And we have a Splash Portal. All right, so Cavern of Souls, you already know, is going to go on frogs. And then are we... Well... You know, this is too tempting. Wait. I'll be clever about this because this is on frog, but maybe I should have put it on bird. Nah, I want to cast this guy too. Yeah, all right. We're gonna go Leaf Leap Guide. There we go. I love that this has Vigilance as well. That makes it super good. Whenever another creature you control enters, it gets Leaf Leap Guide, and that creature perpetually get +1/+1. Perfect. All right, what are they removing first? My Mightcaller. All right. I guess I'll have 2 Leaf Leap Frogs for me then. Leaf Leap Froggies. Or here we go again. I could do... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go for it now. Lucky enough to find another Mightcaller on top, so let's do that. And then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna get ourselves another Mightcaller. Now, would you look at that? Oh, wow. Now, that's power right there, guys. That is power. We're getting oopsed, okay? They might have realized that Leaf Leap Guide was the more threatening card. Shout out to Bloomburrow Alchemy. We love to see it. What a game. All right, another game, another opportunity for our froggies to shine. Okay, I like what I'm seeing here. The lands are beautiful. That's one of the perks of being in Simic Colors right now. We still have our fast lands. Because rotation has happened already in Alchemy, so... I believe that Alchemy right now is Wilds of Eldraine, and then like the sets released after that. So super interesting, and like creates such a cool environment like Bruin, basically. 2-year rotation in Alchemy instead of 3-year rotation. Which does create such a like exciting deck building environment, in my opinion. So we're gonna have to decline this. And now we have to be a little bit strategic about this. Because the Mistbreath Elder forces us to bounce something. So what I'm thinking we should do is probably play Crossroads, which will be tapped. So then we can set up the Leaf Leap Guide initially, or eventually, but for now we can start the Sunshower Druid. If I do Doorport Mage, I can draw a card, but I think I would like to set up a moment where I can keep going crazy with these two guys. So I'm going to go Sun Shower Druid. It also appears that we're against Mono Red, and this little guy does give us 1 point of life, which is pretty relevant. So I'm going to put that on green, and then I'm going to start swinging. Perfect. Yeah, so that's pretty important. When we played Leaf Leap Guide, I'm pretty sure we can pick up one of these 1-drops with Clement as well, which is awesome. All right. So the opponent thinks they have all the time in the world to set up. So our Mistbreath Elder puts Sun Shower back into our hands. And now it's time for our Leaf Leap Guides to go crazy, to go stupid. So yeah, let's put them in play. I love this art so much. Like, Bloomburrow is so cute, you know, and I really love the frogs. I don't think they're super strong in Standard, but I feel like they would be if we had something like a Leaf Leap Guide in Standard. So it's great that at least we can play this archetype. The great success in Alchemy, you know? So I can put it on here. I can put it on here as well. I think I'll put it on the Mistbreath Elder because we're against red aggro, and like, if I can keep things out of like a range where they can remove it, I think we're really happy with that, so... This is also really where we like see the benefits of like Perpetual over something like 1/1 counters, because like if we keep having to blink this Sun Shower Druid with 1/1 counters, you know, it would constantly get reset. But Perpetual means that it actually keeps the power and toughness buffs, which is super nice. Alright, so it's an army of frogs versus a slick shot show off. Who's going to win? Okay, that was mean. That was mean. But nothing we can't handle, right? Okay. So, Clement. I can also tap my frogs for mana, which is exciting. I just want to grow this as big as I can. I could also just do like... If I do Clement, I could tap that and then play a new Mistbreath Elder. I could also do like Mistbreath plus Valley Mightcaller, or I could do like Mightcaller plus Doorport Mage. I have some options. I could also bounce the Sunshower Druid back. Like I could do like these guys and then bounce that, but if I play Mistbreath Elder, I want this on the board. So what I think I like the most might just be Clement plus Mightcaller. But this is so good too. I'm so torn. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this. And you know why? I'm gonna swing here. And I'm just gonna hold the Leaf Leap Guide as protection. Because this is not like restricted to like any sorcerer speed or anything. So if the opponent tries to like remove my Mightcaller or my Mistbreath Elder, I can just bounce it into my hand. So maybe that's my best play. Anyways, the opponent kind of has to figure out a plan to win the game here, because my froggies are looking lethal. Lethal and leaping. Okay, so they're going to try to remove Leaf Leap Guide. So I have an opportunity here to bounce something if I'd like. But like, I think they don't win here, right? But I don't think I was going to bounce anyways, because I need the 3 trees, like the powerful 1-drops to stick around. But yeah, I don't think they get through that. Because they're just so huge. And this dude has like trample as well. And like, yeah. Another Leaf Leap Guide victory, you know? They all think they're faster. Like, all these aggro decks, they think they're faster, but they're not. For once, aggro, or like red aggro is not the fastest. It's Simic Frogs. All right, we're on the draw, but these Leaf Leap Guides, they love me. And you know what? I love them. But being on the draw is really nice now because we do have the Captivating Crossroads, so they'll come and play untapped. And that's great. It's really one of these lands that I wish were like printed into Standard, you know, like as a Standard girly in my favorite format. Sometimes I'm like jealous of like how good some of these alchemy cards are. Like, I wish that was us. Ooh, it appears we are in a frog mirror. Would you look at that? And that is my bird. Zimpy, she is very passionate about Bloomburrow. So just imagine when she's whistling that it's like a Bloomburrow background noise. Oh, Valley Mightcaller. Interesting. Amara is such a great card, though. I was getting, like, scared. So good. I have Polywallop, though. Try me. Alright, so it's gonna go in blue, and we can get our Leaf Leap guides out. I think that's exactly what we're gonna do. We just have to develop our board, you know? We just have to develop our board, which is why I still have some Hunter's Talents in here. I really like Polywallop, but I have Hunter's Talent in here as well to take advantage of, like, the level 2 trample. Because sometimes... Oh my god. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, we got Convoked. Mimpy agrees. Alright, so let's put this on green. So I can do Mockingbird. We're probably gonna have to just deal with some of these cards. She's getting really excited that a bird's getting played. Alright, so what I'm gonna do... I could actually copy their Valley Mightcaller. That's kind of fire. I just have to think about... So Polywallop is double the damage, right? So if I copy that, it goes to 2, 2 goes to 4. But I need to deal with that Mightcaller, so I think I have no choice but to copy the Sunshower Druid. And put a counter on the Leaf Leap Guide. Because then I can deal with this. It's an instant speed card, but like... I'm just gonna deal with that like right now. I don't wanna mess around. Now my next opportunity is dealing with Venerated Loxodon, and that would allow me to attack, which makes it tempting. Amara, yeah, I'm gonna go get rid of that as well. Some great Polywallop value here. Hold back with this, probably yes. All right. I just love how this little guy jumps. Like, Bloomburrow art is just great. It's just so good. It's just a treat all the time. You have to take that. I have a twin sister who have always tried to get into Magic the Gathering, like always. And now, because of the Bloomburrow Frogs, I kid you not, she saw Helga, which is this little frog right here. And she immediately was like, okay, who's Helga and how do I play with her? So I'm trying to build her a Helga commander deck now. It's a super sweet story. I'm finally happy to play some more Magic with my my sister again. Thanks to Bloomburrow. Anyways, where were we? Splash Portal. Could vibe with that. I mean, can always return that back as well. Yeah, we just have to like grow, right? That's our goal. I could still swing with this little guy. I'm not going to swing with my Leaf Leap Guide because it's just simply way too valuable to me. I'll swing with them when they're safe. Anyway, so step 1 is we're going to bounce the Sunshower Druid here. Okay, we'll get the draw card as well. And then, do I just grow my dude? Yeah, probably. Let's just create the world's biggest Leaf Leap Guide. And then we're gonna pass a turn, probably blink this back into my hand at some point, keep growing everything. I could also bounce this one, which might be better. Because if I turn Mockingbird into a flying Leaf Leap Guide, I'm probably pretty happy. That seems like the play. Oh my god, the fact that Leaf Leap Guide can reset Mockingbird, I'm in heaven. That's what dreams are made of. Like, wow. And we just did it again, chat. We just did it again. Wow. I was just about to like do that, and then you get a flying Leaf Leap Guide. How good is that? Wow. I have been blessed by the Leaf Leap Guide gods. What a hand. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Unfortunately, not like a, you know, like an S tier, like one-drop frog. And with what that I mean, you know, with that I mean like the Mist Breath Elder or Sunshower Druid. Or I mean a Valley Mightcaller, I believe. I mean, oh my god, I cannot even speak anymore. Anyways, there we have a Valley Mightcaller, which is great. We're against mice for me. But yeah, let's just get this value set up as fast as we can here. But having this on turn 1 is just super powerful. But we drew into it, which is great as well. I do like Boros Mice a lot. I also like playing it in Standard. Manifold Mouse is very messed up. That's such a good card. Very good card. Double Strike, huh? I'm gonna have to be a brave little frog, and I'm just gonna have to take it. That land is awesome. So now there's multiple ways that we can do this. Could pick this up. I could do Mightcaller plus Leaf Guide. I could do Clement and then play it out. Clement is probably like one of the safest plays for me to make here, actually. I can pick that up, but I think I will not, actually. So I will tap that. Or do I tap my Leaf Guide? To pick, and then I can pick that up with my mana. I think I like that the most. But I need to tap this to pick it up. Another one of these guys as well. Oh, there's just so many lines to take. There's just so many lines to take. I think I'll just set up another Leaf Guide, actually. I'll probably pick this back up then. There we go. We just have to get all the value. Okay, the mice are growing strong. It's gonna be another, like, double strike moment. Probably. Double strike moment it is. Alright, I think we need to, like, take that, like, once more. Probably. And then I think we can start, like, making some strategic bounces and stuff. Very, very greedy, you know, very risky. But here we are. We like a little bit of a risk, you know? Clement, no! Alright, Clement is gone, but that's alright. Let's do Valley Mightcaller. A Valley Mightcaller chain, my friends. So that's gonna go on 0. We're gonna grab ourselves a new Mightcaller. Ah, look at these guys. Look at these guys. Now we're getting started, you know? Now we're getting started. So much power. And they all have vigilance as well, so we're just chilling. And I don't even think that I took necessarily, like, optimal lines here. I think I could have, like, sequenced the Clement turn a bit better. Oh, they skipped combat. Like, can you... Yes. Yes. Alright. Okay, let's see. Another little dude? Why not? I think I could have also done something with, like, picking stuff up and all of that, but, like, we have some good tramplers. Like, try and beat us. Try and beat us, Boros Mice. Try it. Look at these guys. Huge trampler, swinging your way as well. And I'll go with the 2/4/2, and they are done! This deck is so good! And I don't even think I played it like to perfection or anything, you know? I could have sequenced that a lot better, but it's my first time playing with the froggies and they're still doing fantastic. Like, this is awesome. All right, is that a coin flip one? We love to see it. On top of that, this hand looks pretty good. The only... well, okay, never mind. I was like gonna say the only sort of problem I see is not a great, like, bounce target, but we have the Pawn Profit, which is basically a fantastic bounce target, so... we can make this work. Oh, look how pretty Helga looks with, like, the pink flower behind her. I'm such a fan. Truly, like, one of my, like, top Magic characters of all time. Alright, we're starting off with the Mistbreath Elder. Not a bad start. Great synergy with the Pawn Profit. Not super great synergy with the Leaf Leap Guide. Like, we can't really sequence that super well. So we're just gonna have to focus on, like, Mistbreath Elder value right now. And eventually we're gonna find some better things to, like, bounce around and, you know, leap around. It'll be alright. I wonder if this is lizards. I do love how a lot of, like, Bloomburrow Alchemy has kind of, like, further helped, like, these, creature decks. Ooh, it's Magda. I do love that. Okay, so... yeah, we're just gonna keep it moving. I mean, I could do Leaf Leap Guide with Valley Mightcaller, but ideally, I don't bounce these guys. Even though Leaf Leap Guide does keep the perpetual effect, which is really nice. But yeah, I kind of feel... well, I actually could make an argument for getting rid of Magda too, because I think if my opponent's playing Crimes, you're gonna get a lot of treasures quickly. Interesting. Very interesting. But that would mean I have to play Valley Mightcaller and then remove it, because, like, if I play a 2-drop, then I don't have the mana to remove with Polywallop. But at the same time, it's like, you're not gonna beat the frogs. Like, you're not gonna beat the frogs, no matter how hard you try. We're gonna just grow, like, huge. So... you know, I'm just gonna, like, try. If Magda becomes a problem, I'll just remove it the next turn. But Magda is really sweet with the lizards. Like, I think there's a deck there. I've been working on it a little bit. Because all the lizards, also, like, most of the lizards, the 1-drops especially, they commit crimes, which is awesome. Alright, so we're gonna pick up that Pawn Profit. Here we go. We're gonna put that on Frog. And then I think it's time to... set up our Leaf Leap Guide, but it's also could also be great to, like, Pawn Profit, Splash Portal. It might just be that, you know, and then Polywallop. I'm not sure if... I think I just got hit by the auto tap because I cannot do Portal and then Polywallop because Oak Hollow Village was kept open. Oopsies. Yeah, you do have to be a bit, like, aware of that when you're playing the critter lands. But it's okay. We'll just take a different direction then. I'll just do, like, Sun Shower Druid. I have a feeling this opponent might have some removal. If they are playing Grixis Crimes. Okay. Probably going to see something now here. You're gonna heist my library. Okay, I'm gonna start polywalloping Magda right now. Bye, Magda. Sorry, I just love you, but I don't want to give you that Scorpion Dragon. Love you, though. Alright. Feels kind of, like, weird not to have played my Leaf Leap Guide, but at the same time, I feel like it's a great example of a game. You know, we've seen the Leaf Leap Guide, like, pop off and do a lot of work. I think this is still, like, a great example of a game where it's like, we don't have the Leaf Leap Guide in play, we're still popping off. Because these one-drops are just awesome, and that's why we play Mockingbird as well. Alright, Grenzo. You tried it, Grenzo. We're gonna be stronger. We're gonna be better. Yeah, it's basically now just like a mission of like growing these guys, and we have Sun Shower Druid that we're gonna pick up with Mist Breath, and we can replay it with Splash Portal, and that should be enough to win the game here, I hope. They Splash Portal Grenzo. That's pretty smart. Kind of love that, actually. Splash Portal and Grenzo. Alright. Not the best, like, you know, where our deck is like so... Okay, to just keep getting the Splash Portals, that's so unfortunate. But anyways, our deck is like so super synergistic that I feel like the heist cards aren't like super great against us. Because it's like, what are you going to do with a Sun Shower Druid? Or like, you know, it's also super low curve. Okay, that was one of the only like, okay, you know, all right. That was a banger. Grenzo, you've stolen enough from me. Yeah, I'm going to pick up the Sun Shower Druid here. And I'll play the land out. Okay, I want to make sure that this taps right. So let's do this. I'll make blue here. We're going to do this. We're going to play our Sun Shower Druid. We're going to see if we can buff this Mist Breath Elder out of... into lethal range and out of Grenzo can... Grenzo has to force block at range is what we're trying to get to. So I'm going to Splash Portal Sun Shower Druid here. Bring it back. Trigger my guys. There we go. And then we're going to put the counter on the Mist Breath Elder. And then we're Sweet of Ring with both. Swing at both because they have to block the Mist Breath Elder or they lose the game. But that was like, that was Grenzo popping off. Double Splash Portal. Mockingbird could copy our Leaf Leap Guide. Our Frog Kings. I think the opponent kind of like realizes they're in trouble. But we'll see. Yeah, like... I was gonna say, like, yeah, please do block my Pawn Profit. That would be... approved. You want to do that? They just realized. Alright, alright. We got him. We got him. Or the frogs have another one. There you go.